Once again, we are back on Boond Soch ki ttalk train of thought with a series of an episode with Professor Brigadier GPS Cheema. On ttalk platform, I think it's an excellent story what we have covered. How at the age of 20 years he got into an Indian army, and we have seen like how it navigated till the top rank as a brigadier. I am sure there was a lot of fun learning for the target audience as far as the corporate world is also concerned. Son of for 38 years you were part of an Indian army where I think in a disciplined way, in a well structured way, you have navigated and you have come at top of the ladder by being armed forces. Now, in fact, your second inning, how it started with the nation building, like, and how that came to your way, and what steps you have taken further, like.
Like they say, always go with the flow. And they say cloud has no paths, and a cloud has no shape. It just leaves itself in the hands of God.
Right.
And cloud always reaches the right destination to give adequate and the right amount of rain there.
Oh, I see.
While I was there in the valley, I spent around almost 4.5, 5 years there in the valley. There we had around 15,000 men operating there as part of our force headquarters and the force there. So we had also opened an institute there, leadership and self-development as part of our headquarters. There we used to get our men, they go a lot of stress, anxiety while they're operating in that operational environment. There we used to call them, they used to spend about 2 weeks time with us, rest, recoup, yoga, meditation, and some soul searching and some topics of relevance we used to discuss with them. We were not discussing anything which are related to operations or the army per se, but we're discussing everything which is related to an individual
and self-like more.
Right. So that they connect with themselves, they identify themselves, and then they do the introspection and they do the reorientation, they do the reengineering of themselves.
So understand the great insight of what self is all about.
So it is all about the inward journey. So then I thought, while I was there in the headquarters, I should go and have a little chat with them. That is one way of connecting with your people.
Correct.
You understand them, they understand you. And nothing like, having good communication. So it started from there, and then there the flow was that one started talking about your inner self, your real self, more aligned towards spirituality, right? So that is the connect to have with one being with another. That takes you beyond the ranks, that takes you beyond the status.
Right.
When you are one-on-one, that's the way then you are really connecting with each other. So I started from there. Then I said there could be nice topics that one can collect and then share with those people. And when I started collecting those topics, it got formed into a shape of a book. And the name of the book was Wisdom, Health and Happiness.
Okay.
It just came. I have not written it. It was just compilation of others' work, some of the thoughts which came otherwise, or some learning somewhere else. Everything we try to put it there. And then the book became this thick. then I said, oh my God, it's become too thick a book to carry.
It's a Pearl of Wisdom and Health and Hygiene.
So what we did was split that book into two. Then we started Pearls of Wisdom, and the other we called it Health and Happiness. So these were the topics which we were sharing with those people and talking to them. So the idea and the word wisdom came from there. Then when I was getting closer towards my superannuation, I was the director of an institute where we were teaching leadership and behavioral sciences to people, and we also were the spiritual, the religious leaders, teachers of the Indian Army were getting commissioned. And there it was not my, although as part of the protocol, but I used to go and take the classes. So the connect of spirituality started building there. And then this wisdom thing started getting refined. And there we also delved into going into the 4 basic religious books, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Holy Bible, Guru Granth Sahib, and Quran Sharif. And then we also compiled some work there. And we and there was a 2-volume book created. We call it Sarv Darpan. So we selected 40 topics in that. All this is happening in Indian Army. So we selected 40 topics in that, and then try to see what does each of those religious books are talking, and we compiled, put it there. All 4 religious books, they talk about the same thing about all 40 topics and even beyond.
Oh, I see.
So here it comes that everybody is the same. It all depends how you look at it.
Yeah, correct. It's your perception towards that.
Yeah. And then from there, when I got superannuated, I came across with a great personality, late Professor Gurdeep Singh Anand. And I had gone to deliver a talk, and then he took me around in this beautiful college called Universal Business School. And there it showed me there's a wisdom wall and there's a concept of wisdom schools. So the wisdom is connecting us throughout, and brought me there. So that's how destiny plays its part.
Nice. Yeah.
Right, and so we got associated with each other. Then I thought God is guiding me and making me now transcend from one phase from protecting the nation to the another phase of building the nation. And the best way of building the nation is when you build good, strong youth.
Correct.
Who are professionals and who are the leaders for tomorrow. So that was a godsend opportunity, and that's how we started the talks from there. And it was followed by Mr. Tarun Anand, our current chairman. He said, why don't we, in fact it started at his place, and I had still not joined UBS per se. He said, sir, what next? I said, nation building. He said, we are doing it together.
Nice.
And then Mr. Gurdeep Singh Anand brought me there to UBS. I was very fortunate. And then Mr. Tarun Anand, he said, let's create a module for the MBA postgraduates students, which will be a core module, the meta level of a curriculum of UBS, because UBS is, we always say, is a business school with a soul.
With a soul, yeah. So that's what the business.
And the soul of the business school is the wisdom school.
Wisdom school. That's how it wisdom towards
excellence. Yeah. Then we started a module there, wisdom towards self-excellence. So here we are delving into part of spirituality, and with the aim of understanding your inner self, to becoming a better person. And unless you are a better person, you can't be a better professional.
Correct.
And unless you are an excellent professional, you can't be a good leader.
So it has to be re-engineering, like.
So it is re-engineering and holistic development. All encompassing. And it has to be done by self-teaching. Nobody else can teach you.
Correct.
It has to be done by introspection. It has to be done by retrospection. It has to be by identifying your strengths and weaknesses, and then overcoming your own weaknesses by applying the spiritual rules.
Correct.
By applying the spiritual way of doing it.
I think it's an excellent way of, as far as armed force, where you work for 38 years and now coming back as a nation building and nurturing the young minds in terms of wisdom towards an excellence. And no doubt the school with an soul, I'm sure, like, it's lot of talents are being nurtured over there. And with your kind of an experience in the military, I'm sure this is going to help these students a lot, like in terms of making their career and building up the nations on those bases. Thanks a lot for being part of this ttalk show, Larry. Thank you very much. Thanks.